Talk is brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
Welcome back as we talk about the upcoming year, 2024 for UNI Athletics. Brad Wells, Eric Braley, and preseason number 1 for women's basketball, preseason number 2 in the conference for men's basketball, and they're both struggling here in the non-conference. But the exciting thing is women's basketball, clean slate. They're undefeated in conference play as they head into that year, and some key injuries to 2 all-conference performers for them.
Yeah, and I really look for, maybe from mid-January on, this is a Panther women's basketball team that's going to be healthy. They're going to have Grace Buffelli back. Preseason player of the year, you lose that main cog in your wheel. That's going to change some things, right? And Tanya and Coach Jacobson, they always schedule really, really tough. So you have an injury or 2, that's going to affect you, right? But think of the experience that some of the next few kids might be getting, picking up a few more minutes against some of those quality opponents that the women's basketball team faced down in their Thanksgiving tournament, and the men at the Battle for Atlantis, right? To be able to come away from that with a win against Stanford. You saw them get better game after game. I think now that you're in the back half of December, I think you saw them get better game after game now that they're working in some practices, and expect that to continue as you get into Missouri Valley Conference play. As I know around the Missouri Valley Conference, talking to other coaches, UNI is not a team that other teams want to face, even though the Panther record maybe isn't what a lot of people expected it to be at this time of the year.
The Panther men's basketball team, they put up points, and it seems like they can put up 90 to 100 on any given night. That's fun, that's entertaining. We've got to get more fans here, though. I've been disappointed, not a lot of big crowds for these home events.
Yeah, I know it's a little tough coming into the holidays, right, to take that evening away from home or away from shopping. But yeah, man, once that calendar turns, right, next home game's in January, circle it, get to the McLeod Center, because this is a fun team. The final home game here of 2023, the Panther men's basketball team scored 62 points, Eric, in the first half. That might be a final score in some games, but 62 points in the first half. The ability is there to score. They made 14 three-pointers. There's so many different guys that are getting involved, and I tell you what, you're watching this, it might not be Christmas, or you might have a family Christmas coming up. Put some Panther tickets on that niece or nephew, or the dad's list, grandpa's list. Like, man, I tell you what, this is going to be fun basketball to watch in 2024.
Another winter sport is wrestling. We have a story coming up on the West Gym, and I've really just the excitement with Parker Kakaisen and the chance that last year national runner-up. He is the caliber of being a national champion, and he is a UNI student athlete.
Yeah, how about that? The number 1 seed in the country. If you ever had a number 1 team nationally, man, that team should be selling out arenas. And Parker's no question. This UNI wrestling team, I tell you what, top to bottom, by the time you hit January, February, it's going to be really, really good. And yeah, a lot of excitement around that new wrestling training facility.
Let's take a look at the future home for UNI wrestling.